What's up, everybody? This is Tsunami. I'm pretty excited today because Microsoft has announced some new Surface devices. They've announced the new Surface Book 3, which is what we're going to look at right now. Now, I'm actually a pretty big fan of Surface devices. I'm using a Surface Book 2 right now to make this video. So I'll have a few thoughts to share with you about what I think of what they're doing now with the new Surface Books. I'm looking forward to seeing what they have to show us. First, let's talk about what we should expect. Now, the last time Microsoft announced some new devices, they talked about the new Surface Laptop 3 and the new Surface Pro 7. And in those devices, they added a few features that I think the next Surface Book will probably have. Namely, they are going to have probably a larger trackpad, and they're going to add those studio microphones up top, which I think that they did with the other devices as well. And I expect that sort of improvement to carry here as well. I probably expect that they will continue to not offer a Thunderbolt 3 port, sticking with a USB-C, which is, according to Microsoft, more secure. So that'll probably work out well for them. And it means that you'll have to use their own Surface dock rather than using a Thunderbolt 3 dock. And the Surface dock, the rumors are that they're expecting to launch a new one of those as well. I probably expect this device to also have a black color version, which is something Microsoft does whenever they're making an incremental improvement, which is what we expect this to be, and an overall bump up in the specs. So let's take a look at the video and see if our expectations are true. Let's see if there's any surprises here, and I'll let you know what I think as a Surface Book 2 user myself. Okay. That's the same lock on the current Surface Book. It's a very nice device. Same silver color so far. 13 and 15 inch. Improved battery life. They didn't say Thunderbolt 3 there, so that's the same USB-C port. Quadro graphics card, okay. 32 gigs of RAM. Two terabytes of SSD, run Linux on Windows. Okay, not sure what that means. So they made this video that we just watched on Surface Book 3. That's a nice touch. Let's take a look at another more detailed video about Surface Book 3.
Surface Book 3 is designed to give you the best balance of computational power and versatility in a laptop.
It looks a lot like a Surface Book 2.
You can create 3D designs, produce graphical content with real-time ray tracing and advanced shading, and even run GPU-intensive machine learning and AI workloads. This makes Surface Book 3 a great choice for even your most demanding needs. The latest generation includes options for discrete GPUs with NVIDIA GeForce or NVIDIA Quadro for businesses, with certifications for professional-grade apps. It uses 10th generation Intel Core processors available in either Core i7
That's a spec upgrade
or
for sure.
i5 configurations. And for the first time with Surface Book, you can choose options with up to 32 gigabytes of RAM. The 13.5-inch model comes with a color-calibrated 3000 by 2000 pixel display, while the 15-inch model
sounds like
has
the
a
same display
3240 by 2160
Surface Book has always had.
Each uses our signature 3:2 aspect ratio and supports 10-point multi-touch. As you'd expect,
They've
we give you
always
the
had
best-in-class
multi-touch.
inking to make it a great digital canvas for sketching when used with a Surface Pen. Of course, this is more than just a display. The top of the Surface Book is a detachable, full-fledged Windows PC in a tablet form factor with integrated Intel Iris Plus graphics. For this generation, we've also refined the detach mechanism, which now releases 2 times faster compared to previous generations.
Okay,
Moving around the
it detaches
device, at the
faster.
top of the display,
There's
you'll
not
see the 5
anything
megapixel
meaningfully
front
wrong
camera
with the
array
prior
with
generation.
integrated
It
IR
takes a
sensor
second,
for Windows
but
Hello.
I don't think
It
anyone's
also
really
supports
complained that it took too
1080p
long.
HD video. Surface Book 3 incorporates our dual array studio microphone solution with
All right, so we
beamforming for
did get the
authentic voice
studio
capture.
microphones
And
in
for the first
this
time,
version
its
of
stereo
Surface
speakers
Book.
incorporate Dolby Atmos to deliver rich, spatial sound and a better headphone experience. In fact, there's an integrated 3.5 millimeter headphone and
A lot of
microphone
people wish
jack
that
on the right,
headphone jack was
with hardware
lower
buttons
on the
for volume
display
and
so it
power
doesn't
on top.
dangle across the
On the back of
keyboard
the screen,
if you're
you'll see an
using
8
wired
megapixel
headphones. But most of
autofocus
us are
camera,
using
also
wireless
supporting
mics anyway,
1080p
or wireless
HD video.
headphones.
Next, the base of the Surface 3 has 2 USB-A 3.1
Yeah,
Gen
ports
2
are the same.
and a full-size SDX card reader on the left. The full-size backlit keyboard and precision trackpad provide a quiet, comfortable interaction experience. Then, moving to the right of the device, there is a USB-C
I don't understand that to
3.1 Gen 2
mean
port.
a bigger
also
trackpad. It
can
looks
be
like the
used to charge
trackpad is the
Surface
same
Book.
size as the prior Surface Book
Additionally,
models.
it supports DisplayPort 1.4 for connecting high-resolution displays. Then, the
1.4 is
Surface
really
Connect
good.
port delivers more power than ever when used with our new power supply, which delivers 120 watts to the 15-inch model. And when paired with the new Surface
The
Dock,
prior
it will drive
15-inch
2 4K
model,
displays at
the one that
60
I'm
hertz.
using now, one of the
Now
issues
let's
with
look
this
inside.
device is that it
The
doesn't
Surface
get
Book
enough
3
power
comes with
from the power
NVMe
supply
solid-state
when
drive
being used
options ranging from
at
256
max settings
gigabytes
or
up to 2
max
terabytes.
graphics.
It includes
But
a
I haven't really
TPM
experienced that
2.0
problem
chip
very
for
much.
enterprise-grade security and supports Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5 wireless connectivity.
It's good. We got
Surface
more
Book
storage,
3 has
got
the
Wi-Fi
longest
6.
battery life of any Surface device. The battery behind the display, combined with the one in its base, power the device for up
One
to
of the best
17 and a
features of
half
Surface
hours
Book 2
of
is its
typical
battery
use with
life.
the
You get
15-inch
far
model.
more battery
If
life
you have
out of a
Surface
device
Book
like
with
this than you
discrete
typically
GPU,
do
the base
out of a
also
gaming
includes
PC.
the graphics processor.
The optional NVIDIA Quadro RTX 3000 is exclusive to the 15-inch model and is a first for Surface. It features 6 gigabytes of graphics memory.
For
and
engineers who need a
240
graphics
tensor
card like
cores
that,
to
you'll
support
know who
demanding
you are.
3D and AI workloads.
Most of us
Both
just
the
want to
15.5
play games
and
and
the
edit
15-inch
videos,
models also include additional discrete GPU
and
options with
GeForce
NVIDIA
graphics are
GeForce
fine for
GTX
that.
1650 and GTX 1660 Ti to meet high compute demands at work or play.
All right, that's a
And
spec
for
bump
IT,
there.
Surface Book 3 can be personalized with required apps and policies using the Windows Autopilot deployment service. And hardware capabilities can be managed centrally from Microsoft Endpoint Manager with the new device firmware configuration interface. For example, you can disable USB or camera devices and more to suit your needs.
Yeah, for
So that
IT
was a
people, that's
quick
pretty cool.
tour of the new Surface Book 3. Check out surface.com for availability and more information.
So that video is a lot more descriptive about Surface Book than the advertisement that we watched earlier. I think that it's just confirming a lot of what we suspected. There's still a lot of thoughts here to share. All right, I can honestly say that I really like it. The Surface Book 3 is definitely an incremental improvement. I was wrong about a few things. I did not see them boast about a larger trackpad. I did not see a black version of the device. We saw a spec bump for sure. And I expect that if the trackpad had been increased in size, they probably would have bragged about that. I would expect that they'd do that. So it looks like we got an overall bump in specs, which is what we expected. Overall, the Surface Book is a fantastic device. Critics of it say that you'll never detach the screen or that the screen is too big to detach. However, I'd probably suggest that even if you don't detach the screen very often, the Surface Book overall is an excellent computer. Because Microsoft positions this product to be a powerful computer, a lot of people compare this to, say, a Razer Blade type of computer, which uses a processor that uses a lot more electricity. So it generates more heat, and it's a lot of power in that device. This device is meant to be a good overall computer. The Razer Blade, which is focused on delivering power, sometimes won't do other computer things as well as a Surface Book will. So for example, the keyboard on a Surface Book is fantastic, where you might not like the Razer keyboard as much. The magnesium covering on the Surface Book, it feels really nice. It never gets cold, and it doesn't pick up fingerprints like a Razer Blade sometimes does. And this product, the Surface Book, has the best webcam of any laptop on the market. So when you're doing those Zoom calls for work, or if you're video chatting with people because you have to social distance right now, the Surface Book is a much better laptop to use overall. And it does video edit and it does gaming and gives you a great experience for both of those things. If you're a gamer first and want the best overall experience there, this might not be the best product, but for someone who wants a computer that can do a lot of different things and be able to do video editing and gaming, the Surface Book is fantastic. Let me tell you what I actually recommend after watching that video. I recommend you look into a Surface Book 2. You'll find a lot of certified refurbished products from Microsoft or from Amazon or other retailers, and you'll save a lot of money buying a Surface Book 2 right now versus a Surface Book 3. And you'll be able to get a great experience from a fantastic product, and you'll just get it at a much lower price. The differences between the 3 and the 2 are incremental, so the 10th generation Intel processors aren't going to perform wildly better than an 8th generation, and the 16 series NVIDIA graphics cards are an incremental improvement over the 10 series graphics cards. They're not a game changer by any means. You'll be able to do a lot of the same things and still get a great experience. So I recommend you save yourself some money and take a look at the Surface Book 2. If you want to decide between the 15-inch device and the 13-inch device, the 15-inch is for someone who's going to be doing more gaming and more video editing. That's important because the top tablet portion has a fan inside. The 13-inch version, the top tablet portion, is completely fanless. So if you're going to be doing a lot of that content creation or gaming, you want to have a fan in that top portion, keeping that i7 quad-core processor nice and cool. Otherwise, the system will have to slow itself down to keep the temperatures under control. If you're someone who wants to do a lot of productivity work and won't be doing as much video editing or gaming, but you still need a competent system, the 13-inch one is great. I even recommend you look into the one that doesn't have the graphics card in it. That's right. All the reviewers have been saying that the one that doesn't have a graphics card in it isn't worth looking at. But when it comes to Surface Book 2, the top and bottom portion of the one that has no graphics card are completely fanless, meaning you'll get a great overall 2-in-1, and it'll be completely silent, completely quiet. And because it won't have physical fans, it'll also get you fantastic battery life. Even compared to Microsoft's 13-inch Surface laptop, the 13-inch Surface Book 2 is about a half-pound more, but you get a deck that doesn't get dirty like the Alcantara gets dirty every couple of weeks. This one won't get dirty at all. And if you ever need to sign a document or draw, it's a great experience for you to pop off the tablet portion and use it that way. Even something as simple as just browsing the web or watching YouTube videos are so much better on a Surface Book when you take that tablet portion off, turn it around, and put it into a display mode. That way, it's so much closer to you, the content that you're viewing, and it's a much more immersive experience. It sounds subtle, but it really makes a huge difference with your experience. A tablet, you have to actually hold and keep holding it and keep holding it while you're watching content or surfing the web. You'll be much happier if you dock it into the base and set it down. Even if you're on the bed, you can just plop it onto yourself and you'll be able to relax a little bit more because you don't have to carry it and get a great experience that way. The design of the Surface Book 3 is a little bit dated. They haven't changed it since they came out with the Surface Book. However, and I really thought I wouldn't like the bezels on the device as much, especially now that there are these micro bezel laptops out there now. It honestly doesn't bother me at all. I've just gotten really used to it and the screen is pretty great otherwise, so it's not really a problem. So overall, I really like the Surface Book. I think it's a fantastic product. Anyone who picks one of these up will really like it. Whether you detach the tablet portion or not, it's a fantastic laptop that does all the laptop things right. I recommend that you consider taking a look at the Surface Book 2 to save yourself some money, but for someone who wants to get the latest and greatest, I think you'll be perfectly happy with this Surface Book 3. It looks like a great device. I enjoy mine and I'm confident you'll like yours too. This is Tsunami. I hope you liked this video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Yeah, that trackpad looks like the same size.